Hey guys, it's Nyrel here and welcome back to a new video. This is going to be my answer portion to my Q&A that you guys have seen the video for. I asked you guys for questions and after 3 or 4 days or so, people just stopped commenting, so I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to take the video down and just answer the ones I have. So I'm sorry if you missed your chance to ask me questions. Whenever I do another Q&A, I will be able to answer them if you want me to answer them. So I'm just going to get started with this because I'm not narrating this along with my video. I'm pre-doing this, so it's a lot easier for me to time my video with the audio. You kind of get what I'm saying? So let me get started with this. So the first set of questions is asked by Cody M, and he asks, what is your favorite food? And my favorite food is French-styled green beans because they're amazing. What is your favorite yaoi couple? My favorite yaoi couple is actually Maya and Nemugasa from Hidoku Shinaide, and that was my computer making noises, so please ignore that. What anime would I want to live in? I would love to live in Kuroko no Basket because I'm just so deep in that fandom that it's ridiculous, and plus my bae Almine's in there, so I really don't need to explain myself any further than that. So thank you so much for your questions. The next set of questions is asked by Jack Gargan, and he asks, who or what exactly prompted you to pick up the trade of art, I'm guessing, and was it from the work of another or because a person's attitude towards art? I told you guys this a long time ago, but my third oldest but youngest brother, he was the one that inspired me to draw, and I love that he was so happy about drawing that I just wanted to, be there with him and just draw together with him. So that's kind of how I ended up liking art, because like I told you in a lot of my older videos, I wasn't into art, I was more into singing and all that nature. So yes, thank you for your questions. The next question is by Mono Momo Nomo. Sorry, I was interrupted by my grandmother, but I'm just going to restate the question. So she states, will you do more how to draw videos or any tutorials? And honestly, I'm not really into how to draw videos because I feel like I'm not a person that could explain myself well enough to do that. And as for tutorials, I would love to do them. It's just like everyone else, I have no time for them because I'm super busy with school starting soon, that I really can't think of how to do a tutorial right and make it nice enough that you guys will like it. But I do have some suggested ones, like how to draw hair and how to color hair. But the thing about that is, you can just find that out yourself. Like, all of us artists has our own ways of doing things, so just because I draw hair a certain way doesn't mean you have to draw it the same way I do, so that's the reason why I don't want to do tutorials or how to draw videos. But since people have asked me to do those certain types of tutorials, I will get them done when I can. So that is my answer for you. So the next set of questions is asked by It's Me Zion, and she asks, who is your favorite YouTuber? I'm not really into the YouTuber side of YouTube. I just kind of stay within the art realm. But if I had to say my favorite YouTuber, it would probably have to be Cheyenne. He's a vocalist from a Visual K band that the band has been disbanded for a while, and he decided to make his own YouTube channel, and he basically taste tests food in Japan, and I find it so fun, and he makes me so hungry. And I've actually commented on his videos stating that, hey, you make me hungry, and he finds it funny. So I actually really like looking at his videos because, again, he is like one of the cutest people to look at in the whole entire world, so that's like an extra bonus. But yeah, I love his attitude towards trying out new things, and yes, so he is my favorite YouTuber. The next set of questions is asked by Chin MT6111, and they ask, how do you come up with new ideas to draw? Mainly it's because of music, mainly quotes, RP things I do with my friends, or just random ideas I have in my head that, say if I just think, hey, I want to draw Naru eating a cupcake, I will draw him eating a cupcake. Like, that's just how my mind works. I don't sit there and stare at my page for 6 hours and just like, well, what can I draw on this page today? No, it just comes to me naturally, so I guess that's a good thing, I guess. So, that's how I come up with my ideas. And, how do you deal with criticism? And honestly, I can't really say, hey, I hate criticism, because I have not gotten bad criticism that much, so I can't really say my feelings on negative criticism. But on criticism as a whole, I just take it as someone trying to come out of their way to help me grow as an artist, and I should just take that with a very happy thought and just listen to what they have to say. Because if you guys don't know, you know, when you upload a sketchbook update, you're just like, oh my gosh, I love all of my drawings in here, and then a week after, got interrupted again. But like I was saying, like a week after you upload that video, you're just like, oh my gosh, there's so much stuff I did wrong. I don't like how I drew this, how I drew that. And maybe another person telling you can help you fix it before you actually put it up. So that's how I like, or that's how I kind of see criticism. So I really love criticism. Well, constructive criticism, not constructive criticism in air quotes. But yeah, so that's basically how I deal with it. So thank you for your questions. The next set of questions is asked by Illustration with Evie, and she asks, if you could use only 3 colors or pigments, including black and white, in your art from now on, what would they be? And I would honestly have to say black, gray, and black, gray, and yellow, because I feel like that makes a nice enough color palette. Like, I don't know, I should do that as like a 3-color challenge, because that sounds really interesting. And your next question is, if you had the ability to make your own season, what would it consist of? Like, any season that is close to spring would be my season, because I love spring. Spring is just a season I just die for. I don't like fall, I don't like winter, and I don't like summer, because where I live, it gets really, really, really hot during the summer, so it's not my favorite season. So spring is the only one I actually really like. The next question is, if you could combine any animal and have it as a pet, what would it be? And honestly, I don't have more than one favorite animal. I just love dogs. Dogs is just my favorite animal. So I'm just going to say I just would just have a dog and not combine it with anything. So yeah, so thank you for your questions. And Miss Zoldike, if I'm saying that right, she asks, what makes you carry on drawing? And honestly, this is a very feelsy question, because drawing for me is everything that I know. Like, what makes me continue it is just my happiness. Like, if I don't draw anymore, I have nothing in my life that I care about. Like, of course I care about school, I care about making a good life for myself, but drawing is that one thing that completes me. Like, if you're a younger artist, older artist, you all heard the saying that if you're an artist, you're never going to go anywhere. Like, that's such a horrible thing to say to someone, because you basically are telling them you're not going to have a life as an artist, because you're not going to make a lot of money. But you have to think about it, that's very hurtful, because if I love the passion I'm doing, what cares? Like, who is it? Why is it your business to sit there and say to someone that they're not going to have a life doing what they love? So, you know, it's kind of feelsy, but, you know, art is all I am, so that's the reason why I would carry it on. So, sorry for going so feelsy, but, yeah. So, do you like the night or the day? I love the daytime, because the nighttime is pretty, because you can see all the stars, but, you know, there's nothing special about night besides being scared to walk outside. But, yeah, I love the daytime. And do you like celery, red peppers, and mushrooms. No, I do not like any of those because, ugh. So thank you for your questions. And the last set of questions is asked by JMI, and he asked, will you ever accept that you are a anus? No, I will never accept it. I told you this last time in my Q&A. And do you love me? Well, sometimes I love you, sometimes I don't. Well, he knows I love him, so just kidding. I don't want to be killed in the comments. And on a scale to 1 to 10, how bad is Seki and Takaro? And I would have to say 100 because they break all them numbers though. And will you ever invest in broadening your Kobe collection? And honestly, I would like to, but is it a really big concern of mine? No. I can live without Copic markers. Like, they're nice to have, but I just love colored pencils way too much. And digital or colored pencil. I would have to say colored pencil because with digital, it makes you lazy. You could erase anything you feel like you messed up on. You always can, erase all your colors and you can still have that chance to redo it. So I feel like digital art makes me lazy, but with traditional art, well, colored pencils, I should say, I have to try to make it look good. Like, I literally have to put my all in all to make it look good, and I feel like I'm more happy with my colored pencil work than my digital work. So yeah, so definitely colored pencil. So that's it for the questions. I didn't get really a lot, but I do appreciate all of you who asked questions. And yes, hey, so I'm just gonna take the time now to explain my drawing. So basically I drew Hiruma from the anime iShow 21 because I literally binged watched all 145 episodes within the span of a month, and I shall say this now, I loved it. It was so good. I love it so much. And Hiruma is my main bae. I love him throughout the show, so that's the reason why I drew him, kind of blowing a bubble, and he's like, yaha, because that's like his saying throughout the show. So I basically did him kicking a football against a water bucket because it seems like he's like the one that would do that. So that's basically it. And I did color some things off camera because I kind of got lazy and I was like, you know what, I kind of want this video done, but yet I'm being lazy and not finishing the drawing. So yes, I really love Hiruma's character design because, yes, guys, he's a human. He goes to high school. He's like all the rest of the students in the show. But I love how they made his design devil-esque because, all in all, he's the image of the devil because all of his football mates, he makes them go through hell whenever they train, whenever they are in a football match. That's just how he is. So I love how they gave him the devil like ears. It kind of just brought that out through the character. So I kind of just was very inspired to kind of make my more human characters different like him. So I really like that. So my video is wrapping up. So thank you guys for all your questions, and I will see you in my next video. So give this video a like and a comment. So yes, bye guys, and I'll see you soon.